Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to all these but goodies. Familia, I just posted vlog number 13 yesterday. I'm so excited. It was such a good one. So I hope you watched it. So hi. I didn't film yesterday. Anytime I take like a day off, I'm feeling like super energized to get back to filming, you know? My skin is ready. I did my skincare. You guys know I do the same skincare and I don't ever use new skincare when I'm testing out new makeup because today we are trying out the new NYX Pro Fix sticks. These are color correcting and concealer sticks. I got a bunch of shades because I want to use them as a color corrector, as a foundation, as a concealer, as a blush. So let's prime the skin first just because I gotta prime. You guys know I got oily skin. Oh my god, my hands are so cold. Oh, I'm using the Calibre, of course. I really like this primer. The only thing is, like I always tell you guys, you just have to let this dry down for a few minutes because it's very hydrating. It's a little bit thick. So we'll give it about a couple of minutes. As we wait for this primer to dry down, let me give you info about these. The new NYX Pro Fix Correcting Concealers. This is the quickest way to fix it all. Correct, conceal, and brighten in one swipe. Color correcting made easy with 6 color correctors for all skin tones, 18 complexion shades to conceal and brighten like a pro. Crease resistant medium coverage with a natural finish infused with hyaluronic acid for the smoothest glide that never dries. Vegan and cruelty free. They each retail for $9. Okay, now that we got the tea, this is how they look. I got the yellow shade to color correct the darkness. I got my concealer shade, which is Soft Beige. Soft Beige is the shade I use in the Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. So I really like that the shade names are the same from previous ones, so we know what to pick, especially because these are only available on NYX website. As of today, I'm pretty sure they will get to Ulta and Target and all that eventually. I just don't know when. And then the next shade I got was, I'm thinking more my foundation shade, Neutral Tan. And then I got Cappuccino to contour, not contour, bronze. This is very warm. And like I noticed, like some have white lettering, some have black lettering. The color corrector in Apricot, we can use it as a blush. This was like the closest to, you know, pink reddish. There's a light pink shade as a color corrector, but that was way too light for my skin tone to use as a blush. Also, I did pay for 2-day shipping on NYX website, but my stuff came in 4 days. So if you're gonna pay 2-day shipping, I wouldn't suggest to do that. Just wait the allotted amount of time because I paid for 2 days, I got it in 4. Like, what the heck, you know? Anywho's, okay, we are ready. Start with the yellow shade. This is how it looks. It's a stick formula. And then it has this angle, which I kind of like because these tend to fit really nicely here. Start with the under eyes right here. Oh, that's creamy. It glides nicely. It doesn't tug. We're gonna get the bronzer in Cappuccino number 13, like this. It's a little warm. I'm thinking of doing like an underpainting motion since you guys know I've been loving that. This is like very warm, but it's very creamy. It kind of feels like a crayon. Next up is Apricot for our blush. I don't know how, it's gonna, oh yeah, like a terracotta blush, right? Right here. Okay. Wow, that glides nicely. We're going to get Neutral Tan, which I'm assuming it's like my foundation shade. I don't know. Yeah, about right. Go there. Oh yeah, this is a good shade. We're gonna just go around the areas. And now the concealer shade. Typically, you know, I'll do it after, but let's see how it works all together. Maybe it looks like a mush. Who knows? Soft Beige number 7, like that. Okay. Let's see, maybe like down here. Yeah. Oh wow, this is a good shade. Oh, I want to also just swatch them for you so you can see. I'll kind of go like lightest to darkest. Yellow, Soft Beige, is Neutral Tan. Ooh, okay. Apricot. What is it called? Cappuccino? You see those swatches? Not too shabby. Okay. You see the creaminess on my hand too? That's important. Let's blend this out. I'm legit nervous. I've done this before with creams, like the LA Girl cream concealers which worked out. Not cream. Well, I guess it is creamy, a little creamier than this. This is more thick cream. I just don't know how it's gonna be. Let's just start blending, and I'm gonna blend really specifically to each color so it doesn't look like muddy. In particular, that's why I'm using this small brush, so it just fits in the under eye area. Next up is this smaller brush to blend this, and again, I'm gonna keep it where I placed it. It's blending out very nicely. This Cappuccino shade's a little bit too light and warm for my skin tone, but that's my bad because I chose it. Okay, it's blending out nicely. It's nice that I didn't have to spray anything on my face, you know, so it can kind of moisten it up a little. I just kind of left it. Let's blend out the blush part with another small brush. You know what? I think I need a little bit more. Like right there. You know, we're gonna do a wear test today because I'm curious to see how this is gonna look. Oh my god, my nose is running. And all I'm doing is tapping and literally trying to keep it where I placed it. Okay, so far so good. I look funky because we're kind of underpainting too while I'm trying. So let's see how that goes. A blending brush usually works well when you're going here in the eye area and like the nose, just because it's a small brush you can really get into these little areas like such. Coming together, it's coming together. Let's blend this out. I don't know why I did this. This doesn't look good. Now we're going to blend out that foundation shade. It's still looking nice and creamy, but this is what I'm gonna do because we're also underpainting, but I've never really underpainted with just like a stick sort of foundation. This way, we'll see also how pigmented it is. So no lie, considering how we started, we're looking better. It doesn't look great because I need a little more foundation. Okay, I'm missing a few parts, but let's blend this a little bit. These eyes, I feel like I need help with a little more blending here. Because creams are thicker, they will crease a little bit. Just keep in mind, I will say these are very, very hydrating. I mean, not hydrating, creamy. Let's get a little bit of the concealer part. I also like to blend cream products out like this with brushes. I find it works out a little bit better. So I'm gonna use the foundation shade, and now we're gonna just go like, I wanna just put it around. I get this foundation brush, and I'm blending around, and then with whatever remains, I'll blend on top so that we finalize that underpainting. It looks good. It looks blended nicely together. See how there isn't any harsh lines? Okay, well, a little bit here, but we'll fix that. Let me get this right here. I'm gonna clean off of the brush and then let's blend. I was seeing a little bit of separation when I first added the yellow one, and I think it's because I didn't put enough. With cream products, you want to put a good amount because when you blend it out, it spreads differently from what a liquid does. Sometimes a liquid, if you let it sit, it really just sticks onto the skin, or most of the times creams are just very creamy. They're very movable. Assuming that is a why. Not a bad thing, it's just something to, you know, keep in mind. Let me blend this out. This is not looking good. Okay, I'm looking, I feel like a little bit orange. Let's put some of this blush on top now. I know I'm using more product than I intended to, but just for demonstration purposes. Mind you, this Apricot shade is not really a blush shade. It's a corrector shade. I'm thinking these don't build on top of each other well if I'm going based off of this, but let me see. I'm just not seeing that it blends well. Like, is it too creamy? I think it's looking okay. I don't think it's looking great, but also maybe I'm just doing too much right now. This is probably good just to use it as a concealer and corrector. My face looks fully beat. Let me show you right now. I feel like on camera it doesn't look nice, but in person, we look like full coverage. Look, maybe if I turn off the lights. Skin looks really good, very hydrating. It's giving good coverage also. Is it looking a little patchy? Yeah. Is it my fault? I think, oh yeah, it's kind of my fault. I think I'm blending way too many colors. Ultimately, the skin looks good. It doesn't look flaky. Sometimes cream or like stick foundations or stick concealers can leave like a little flakiness if it doesn't have enough sort of umph. So let me look. Let's back it up a little. Now I'm just gonna continue just because why not? We're here, right? I think this color too is throwing some things off. It's just making things look very warm. We're gonna disregard the color because I picked it and I picked wrong. Actually, it's looking good. It doesn't look patchy anymore. Do you see patchiness? I don't. We're gonna set the under eyes with this Maybelline powder number 10. I'm like, am I ready to set? Hold on, do I need to blend more? Yeah, you know what I think it is? It's this color. It's this cappuccino color. No, this thing's like straight orange. You know what? This is what happens when we review makeup. Things just work out differently. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Because I kind of want to do a matte eyeshadow look. So I'm going to add a little bit of the concealer here. Why not? We're all in here, right? You guys, in the vlog I showed you guys, I got my first facial ever. And my skin, it's been almost a week since I got the facial. It's been thriving. It looks so good. I just see the difference in texture and smoothness and brightness. Why was I missing out on that so much? Okay, I'm gonna get this and just kind of blend it out like that. When it comes to creams, you want to really make sure you set, especially if you have oily skin, because creamy products are thicker and they create more hydration, more radiance. That's just how they are. Really quickly, before this thought leaves my mind, this stick, the foundation stick, is really reminding me of the Hourglass stick foundation. Yes, it's smaller in a very smaller type of container. I mean, packaging. The smoothness, the way it glides, and the pigment reminds me of that foundation. That used to be my jam. Circa 2018. You know what I want to do? Let's see how it does blending out with the finger. Oh yeah, this is nice. Okay, I kind of like with the finger. Just feel like I'm getting these patches here right in the inner corner. I want to get rid of those before I set. Okay, I think it's okay. Wait, hold on. You know how I feel about setting? I want everything to look super smooth. I'm gonna look straight ahead, set. The under eyes, I always like to do them first because that's where I crease personally the most. Then I move it right here to the lids. I'm just gonna set like right here. I think I'm gonna bake a little bit. Now we're gonna go in with Laura Mercier setting powder. I use 2 setting powders because I like a very bright under eye. A very bright under eye powder will be too light for my skin tone. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this. Let's make sure we're blended. Just go all over. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kind of just tap it in to get rid of it. This way, us setting our skin will really lock this makeup in. Okay, now with this powder here, let's see. Oh, I didn't even tell you the time. Hold on. 10:39. I'll do at least a 10-hour wear test. You guys know how I do. This patch is still looking funky with the lights turned off. I want to get really close so you can see how good the skin looks. It really is giving good coverage. Like, I would say full coverage. Cream products, I really like them like this because they kind of automatically will give you more coverage because they're thicker in texture. Ultimately, these are just creamier and a little more pigmented than a liquid would be. Really depending on the type of liquid foundation. When we get to creams, I really like how they apply with a brush better. And I really do find we have to set because look, we even have still a little bit of glowiness coming through when we set my skin down a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's very hydrating. Let me just set like, these are like the areas I feel like I tend to forget, you know? Under eyes look a little cracky and that's what I've been seeing all day. The lids don't look like that though. I am going to speed up, add powder, bronzer, and blush and see if we can make this makeup look better. Not that it looks bad, but you know what I mean. finish this face and I like it. Let's see. Let's get close. Oh, it's looking quite flawless. I see a little weirdness here, but I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera. Let me get close. Here you see it lifting and a little cracky. It's not that big of a deal unless you get really close. I hope you can see it. And then my under eyes, the same thing's happening in my under eye area. Maybe it's areas where there's creases and or where you move a lot. Turning off the lights. Lids look good. I just put a little bit of eyeshadow. Under eyes, I don't know if you can see like these creases here where it does that crackling business. Which, I mean, is it a big deal? No, you can't really see it unless you're close. I want to tell you, you know? And then here, I don't know if you could see that. Okay, before we get into the nitty gritty, I think these are great if you use like one at a time. I don't think they layer very well. When you layer, because sometimes colors mix in with each other, it kind of just blends away and it could become very mushy and look muddy. That happens because it's a creamy formula. It just all becomes very creamy as opposed to liquid. Sometimes when liquid dries down, it kind of sticks onto the skin. These never dry down. I went like that with the swatches and they just are a creamy formula. So me layering didn't help this process at all. So that's my bad. I like these if you use it, one for foundation, one for concealer, and probably call it a day. Maybe use a liquid blush and bronzer to like bronze up a little bit. I had an idea of what I wanted to do and it didn't work out, which is fine. These are just like instances that I was like, wait, I look a little muddy. It just wasn't really blending well. Everything looks good now because we set. Also, talking about setting, you guys saw I set with the Milani powder just on top of when I added my setting spray. I really find that that gives you like a very flawless look. Let's see how it wears. Maybe it gets better throughout the day because you guys know how I feel about skin warmth. Skin warm, wow. Either makes or breaks your makeup, you know? We're not trying to look gastadas. Okay, we got oily skin and oils tend to break product up, you know? Oh wait, no. Tell me this is not the perfect cherry lip, dark cherry lip. NYX, No Whining, and then Rocky Road in their butter gloss. Look, how perfect is this? Ooh, okay, let's go to the window. Okay, in front of the window, look. Dang, this looks good. You see the crackling though right here? I don't know if you could see it. I feel like it's gonna get better. This is what I'm telling you about. Now that I'm thinking about it out loud too, with skin warmth, it will look better. But let's see. Okay, my review is about to change. Okay, I like. I'm back. It is 8:45, you guys. This face has been on for about 11 hours. But you know, I got you some footage at around 4 o'clock to show you how the skin was looking. And girl, it was looking really good. I love just how the skin warmth created this nice glow, yet we have pigment. Everything was looking really good. It definitely looked a lot better from what we started off with. Here we are now all day long and not too shabby. I'm very glowy, not greasy. Let's get close. Let's get close. Yeah, this looks good. You see the T-zone, the nose, the mouth, the chin. Yeah, that warmth. Remember that? I think that's what kind of helped. Girl, gastada? Where? Damn, this looks good. Let's look at the under eyes because that's a big part. They look better. You don't see that crease. How did that crease like go away though? You see? What? Okay, I don't know. Throughout the day, I was looking at my skin. I'm like, you know, I'm looking good. I'm looking good. Things are warming up. I always say skin warmth does help a lot. When it's like past the 10-hour mark, that's when like the oils start really coming through. We can really look gastada, you know? Definitely the powders helped. I think the way I showed you how I powder, I've been doing that for maybe a couple of weeks now. It's really helped makeup just look flawless and last all day. That being said, these are a yes. I feel like they're great. I just don't feel like they're buildable like I used them today. You saw how it was looking a little bit muddy. I would probably use maybe up to 3 at a time so you get that good full face coverage that we have today. These fixed sticks correcting concealers really are very creamy and are very pigmented. They work very well. They lay down well. I wanted to see if it worked out that way. It didn't, but it doesn't mean that the product is not good. The products are good. They're very creamy. Skin looks bomb. Like, look at my nose. Like, girl, everything looks good. They did get a little spotty in the under eye area. That's probably maybe user error or just something you just have to look out for. Maybe it clashed with my eye cream. It really just depends from person to person, but I always like to bring these types of things up so you're aware of it and I'm just not like blindly saying yes, this is great. So yes, this is a yes for me. Let me know your thoughts. I did purchase mine on NYX's website. I will link them down below. They're $9, not too shabby, something for on the go, something really quick. A stick foundation or concealer is always something that's very quick and you can do on the go a lot faster than something liquid, you know? But this is it, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.